Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News and your daily wrestling newscast for Wednesday, August 31st, 2022. Good morning. My name is Mike Sempervive. We begin today with a major milestone for Roman Reigns. As of yesterday, Reigns has officially reached 2 full years as WWE Universal Champion. WWE congratulated Reigns in a post on WWE.com, to which the champion tweeted a response, calling the achievement a run like never before, success in every single measure and every category. Reigns first won the Universal title on August 30th, 2020, in a no-holds-barred triple threat match with Braun Strowman and then-champion Bray Wyatt at Payback in Orlando. He later unified it with the WWE World title by beating Brock Lesnar last April at WrestleMania. The 2-year reign is the longest world title run of any kind in WWE since the 1984-88 reign of Hulk Hogan. Noticeable on Monday Night Raw this week was Theory getting back his first name and once again being referred to as Austin Theory. PW Insider is now confirming the name change will take effect going forward, and he's being advertised under his full name in marketing for upcoming live events. Also of note on Monday was Riddle being once again referred to as Matt Riddle, indicating that he has gotten his first name back as well. These changes would both be reversals of original changes made by Vince McMahon, who took away both performers' first names, Theory last April and Riddle in October 2020. McMahon was often known to shorten performers' names by removing either the first or last name, and it remains to be seen if there are more changes in store under the new Paul Levesque regime. In ratings news, Monday Night Raw this week, the go-home episode leading into Clash at the Castle, drew 2.107 million viewers, an improvement of a little over 5% over the previous week's 2.005 million, according to a report from Showbuzz Daily. The hourly breakdown for the show was 2.163 million for Hour 1, building to 2.222 million for Hour 2, and dropping to 1.937 million for Hour 3. In the 18 to 49 demographic, Raw scored a .59 rating, up 7.39% from the previous week, according to WrestleNomics. The .59 rating translates to about 770,000 viewers. Raw ranked number 1 for the night in the 18 to 49 demographic on the Cable 150, which it has done for 5 of the past 6 weeks. It ranked number 7 for the night overall. This marks the second best audience number for Raw so far this year, behind only the post-SummerSlam episode, and the third best rating for the year in the key demographic. Last Sunday's latest installment of Biography, WWE Legends on A&E, focusing on Rey Mysterio, scored 444,000 viewers, according to Showbuzz Daily. That number is down 1.98% from the previous week's installment on Edge, which brought in 453,000 viewers. In the 18 to 49 demographic, the Mysterio show did a .12 rating, an improvement of 9.09% from the Edge episode. The newest episode of WWE Rivals on A&E, which aired the same night and covered the Mysterio-Eddie Guerrero feud, drew 316,000 viewers, up 3.95% from the previous Rivals episode covering Edge versus John Cena. The rating in the 18 to 49 demo was .09, up 12.5% from the previous week. Improved ratings are among the reasons that some within the USA Network are reportedly pleased with the new direction of Raw following the departure of Vince McMahon, according to sources within the network who spoke with Fightful Select yesterday. One source in particular, described as having worked closely with WWE, explained that the recent ratings increase is more in line with what USA expected when they re-signed with WWE for the rights to the program back in 2018. A source within NBC Universal was said to be pleased with changes that have been made recently, which they felt have improved the quality of the show, adding that there is more buzz about Raw within USA Network offices than there has been in years. WWE is expected to renegotiate its deal with USA Network next year. The network source that spoke to Fightful believed that a renewal is highly likely and that WWE is in a much better position now than it had been before McMahon's retirement. Meanwhile, in AEW, with his 2-week suspension now at an end, Eddie Kingston has been added to the 0-hour pre-show for Sunday night's All Out pay-per-view event, according to a tweet last night from Tony Khan. Kingston will face Tomohiro Ishii and a rematch from New Japan's Capital Collision last May, where Ishii was victorious. Kingston had originally been scheduled to wrestle Sammy Guevara at All Out, but that match was scrapped when Khan suspended Kingston, stemming from a backstage incident at the August 10th edition of Dynamite, in which Kingston reportedly took exception to an in-ring promo by Guevara and picked a fight with him in the locker room afterwards. AEW All Out will emanate from the Now Arena in Hoffman Estates, Illinois. Over in NXT, last night's episode, the go-home edition before this weekend's Worlds Collide event, saw the return of 3 Raw and SmackDown stars to NXT. Nikki Ash and Doudrop, 2 current Raw performers, made a surprise appearance to challenge NXT Women's Tag Team Champions Katana Chance and Kaden Carter after the duo defeated Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley. In the final segment of the show, SmackDown's Ricochet then made an appearance to express his interest in regaining the North American title currently held by Carmelo Hayes.
I thought I'd come back to NXT and give the crowd something that they would remember. I thought I would give them a mellow match they can remember.
Hey, they don't want nothing from you.
And listen, I've held that title before, homeboy, and at Worlds Collide, I plan on holding it again and being 2-time North American champion.
It was then announced that the 2 new matches would be added to Worlds Collide, which takes place Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, and will be carried on Peacock and the WWE Network. Also on last night's show, Grayson Waller beat Apollo Crews, Andre Chase pinned Charlie Dempsey, Zoe Stark defeated Kiana James, and Gallus defeated Diamond Mine. Worlds Collide will see NXT and NXT UK competitors do battle with a main event of NXT champ Braun Breaker against NXT UK champ Tyler Bate. In an unfortunate turn of events, Marcus Buff Bagwell has gone back into rehab, according to a YouTube announcement made yesterday by Diamond Dallas Page. The former WCW star had been working with Page as of late to overcome the addictions he's been struggling with for years. Page had previously been known for success stories working with Jake Roberts and Scott Hall. Page blamed negative influences in Bagwell's life for his recent relapse and said they had made the decision together for him to return to rehab.
It's going to be hard. I know, because I've dealt with this before again and again, and I keep swearing I'm never doing it again. But, man, we've been together for 30 years, me and this cat, and I really want to see him get to the other side. But one of the reasons I'm doing this is because there's going to be a lot of, appearances that needed to be canceled.
Bagwell and Page had recently been working together on the docuseries Change or Die, chronicling Bagwell's recovery. More troubling news from Impact Wrestling as Joe Doering has announced that he will have to step away from wrestling due to the return of the brain cancer that first derailed his career in 2016. Doering informed Impact officials of the situation at last week's TV tapings in Dallas. He had previously undergone successful treatment for the disease, but had to take a 1-year break from wrestling at the time. Doering is scheduled to undergo surgery in the next few weeks, but his future in wrestling remains uncertain. He was scheduled to return to All Japan Pro Wrestling, where the American had made his in-ring reputation for their 50th anniversary show in Tokyo on September 18th against Jake Lee in the semi-main event underneath the Suwama Kento Miyahara Triple Crown match. We wish Joe the best, and will keep you informed on his upcoming treatment. In legal news, it looks like the arrest last Friday of Patrick Clark, better known in the ring as the Velveteen Dream, was not the first time the former WWE and NXT performer had gotten into trouble with the law in Florida this month. Orange County records show that Clark was arrested on August 20th in Orlando and charged with 2 misdemeanors, trespassing, and first-degree battery, as reported yesterday by TMZ and others. The report indicates that Clark was bailed out on the 22nd by Tahuti Miles, better known as Ashati the Adonis of Hit Row. In a report on WrestlingHeadlines.com, it was revealed that Clark's most recent arrest on an out-of-county warrant was likely due to the fact that his trespassing and battery charges violated his parole related to a cocaine bust that occurred last November in Seminole County. Records also indicate that Clark was originally bailed out by Miles at that time as well. Clark remains incarcerated as of yesterday. If convicted of the new charges, he could face time in state prison. We'll keep you updated on the details of this case as they continue to develop. And finally, WWE will be working with Amazon to crack down on counterfeiters of its championship belt replicas, according to an announcement yesterday from the company. WWE and Amazon are reportedly filing suit against 13 defendants accused of manufacturing and marketing various inauthentic replicas of WWE-branded belts for sale on Amazon, including the World, Universal, Intercontinental, United States, and NXT belt designs. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we'll be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the wrestling news. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.